The elevator stopped on floor 13, but according to the building records, floor 13 did not exist. Brackwell Tower stood in the center of town, like something no one wanted to remember. 12 floors, black windows, marble lobby, an old brass elevator that groaned every time it moved. For 32 years, Harold Vance worked the night shift there. He was the security guard everyone knew, but almost no one really spoke to. He carried a flashlight, a thermos of coffee, and a small leather logbook in his coat pocket. Every night, Harold walked the same halls, checked the same doors, signed the same reports. But near the end of his life, he started writing something different. Not broken locks, not late employees, elevator entries, names, times, and one floor that was not supposed to be there. Floor 13. Harold Vance died on a cold Monday morning before the building opened. The official report said it was a medical emergency. No signs of a struggle, no forced doors, no alarm. He was found in the lobby beside the elevator, still wearing his security jacket. His daughter, Emily, came to collect his things 2 days later. A coat, a flashlight, a ring of building keys, and the small leather logbook he never let anyone touch. At first, Emily thought it was just work notes. Broken light on floor 6. Delivery at rear entrance. Cleaning crew arrived late. Then she reached the final pages. The handwriting became shaky. The entries became shorter, and every line started the same way. Elevator stopped on 13. Beside each entry was a name. Detective Claire Monroe was not supposed to take the case. Harold's death was already closed. But Emily Vance walked into the station with the logbook and placed it on Claire's desk. She said only one thing: "My father was afraid of that elevator." Claire opened the book. The last 7 pages listed 12 names. Each had a time. Each had the same note. Taken to 13. Claire searched the building records that afternoon. Brackwell Tower had 12 registered floors. The city file confirmed it. The fire inspection confirmed it. The elevator permit confirmed it. There was no floor 13. No private level. No service floor. No office suite. But Harold had written the same number again and again, and every person on that list had disappeared. The first name in Harold's logbook was Anna Whitmore. She worked late as a legal assistant on floor 9. According to her employer, Anna left Brackwell Tower at 2:04 a.m. on March the 18th, but she never reached her car. Her purse was found under her desk. Her phone was found in the lobby trash can. The official theory was simple. She walked away, started over, did not want to be found. But Harold's logbook told a different story. Anna Whitmore, elevator B. 2:13 a.m. stopped on 13. Claire pulled the old security file. There was no hallway footage from that night. No elevator footage. Only one lobby camera. It showed Anna stepping into the elevator alone. The doors closed, and the elevator did not come back down for 11 minutes. Claire requested the archived security footage from Brackwell Tower. The building manager said most of it had been erased years ago, but in the basement server room, one backup drive remained. It was mislabeled as maintenance training. On it were short clips from elevator B. Claire watched Anna Whitmore enter at 2:13 a.m. She did not press a button. She only stood there, holding a folder against her chest. The elevator panel lit by itself. Number 9. Not lobby, not roof. A small blank space above the number 12 glowed faintly. Then the camera flickered. For 3 seconds, the footage went black. When the picture returned, the elevator was empty. The doors were open, and beyond them was a hallway Claire had never seen before. The hallway on the footage was narrow and unfinished. Concrete walls, no office signs, no windows, a red emergency bulb above a metal door. Claire froze the image and compared it with the building plans. Nothing matched. So she went to the city archive. The public blueprint showed 12 floors, but an older microfilm copy showed something different. Between floor 12 and the roof was a thin service level. No number, no listed tenants, no public access. The architect had marked it only as mechanical reserve. Then, in 1987, a revised plan removed it completely. Claire printed both versions and placed them side by side. The building had not changed, only the records had. Someone had erased a floor from paper. The first person willing to talk was Frank Calder. He had worked maintenance at Brackwell Tower in the 1990s. Now he lived alone in a trailer outside town and refused to meet Claire anywhere near the building. When she showed him the old blueprint, Frank looked away. He said everyone called it floor 13, even though no one was supposed to. It had been sealed after an accident. Not a public accident. Not one reported in the papers. A private company incident. Frank said men in suits came in one weekend. They changed locks, removed signs, rewired elevator B. After that, only certain keycards could reach the hidden level. Claire asked what was up there. Frank answered quietly, records. The kind people disappear over. Harold's logbook became darker after Claire knew what to look for. He had not just written names, he had written patterns. Elevator be moved after midnight, always between 2 o'clock and 2:30. The camera failed for 3 seconds. The doors opened on a floor that did not exist. Then someone vanished within 7 days. Harold believed the elevator was not malfunctioning. He believed someone was controlling it. One entry read, "Not automatic. Manual override." Another read, "Light under service door after closing." The final entry was written in heavy, uneven ink. "They know I saw the panel open from inside." Claire returned to the elevator that night. The brass doors reflected her face. Then the number 12 flickered once and went dark. Claire began checking every missing person against old case files. Anna Whitmore, Marcus Dale, Peter Rowe, Helen Griggs. 12 names from Harold's logbook. Different jobs, different years, different reasons for being in Brackwell Tower after hours. But they all had one connection. Varrick Holdings, a private development company that owned half the town without putting its name on the buildings. Anna had worked on a lawsuit against them. Marcus had audited one of their accounts. Peter had been a contractor who refused to sign off on a demolition. Helen had processed sealed court documents. Each person knew something. Each person entered elevator B. Each person vanished after floor 13 appeared. The elevator was not choosing people. Someone was. The hidden room was found behind a false wall near the elevator shaft. It was not on any modern plan. The wall looked solid from the hallway, but Frank Calder had remembered one detail: a maintenance panel that sounded hollow when tapped. Inside was a narrow security room, dusty monitors, a switchboard, old access logs, a direct line to elevator B. Claire found a manual control panel mounted under the desk, buttons for lobby, floors 1 through 12, roof, and one unlabeled black switch. When the switch was turned, elevator be moved without anyone inside pressing a button. A printer beside the monitor still had paper loaded. The last printed line was from the night Harold died. Override active. 2:13 a.m. Inside the security room, investigators found 2 metal cabinets. The first held VHS tapes. Elevator B, lobby north, service corridor, floor 13. The second cabinet held photographs, driver's license copies, employee badges, court documents, newspaper clippings. Every missing person from Harold's logbook had a folder. Anna Whitmore's folder contained a photo of her leaving floor 9 with a file box. Marcus Dale's folder had bank statements. Peter Rowe's folder had construction reports. Helen Griggs' folder had a sealed envelope marked Varrick Holdings. Claire opened the final folder. It was Harold Vance, his photo, his work schedule, and a note written in red pencil. Guard notice too much. Harold's final note was hidden inside the back cover of his logbook. Emily had almost missed it. The page was folded twice and taped flat. Claire opened it carefully. The writing was smaller than usual. "They are not using the elevator to move people. They are using it to erase them." Below that, Harold had drawn a rough map. Elevator shaft, service corridor, security room, a storage vault marked with a black square, and beside the vault, one name, Varrick. Harold had also written a time. 2:13 is not random. Claire checked the old elevator system. At 2:13 every morning, the building ran a maintenance reset. For 40 seconds, the public system stopped recording. That was the window. That was how they disappeared. Floor 13 was not an office. It was an unofficial records room, a hidden archive for Varrick Holdings, and the people who protected them. Inside were land deals, private payments, blackmail files, court drafts that had never been filed, police reports that had been changed before they became official. The missing people had not been taken because they were random. They were taken because they had touched the wrong documents. Some were threatened into silence. Some were paid to leave town. Some were given new identities and warned never to come back. The disappearances looked different on paper, but the elevator connected them all. Claire stood in the hidden archive under a flickering red light. Brackwell Tower had 12 floors for the public, and 1 floor for the truth. The final tape was found behind the control panel. No label, no date, just a strip of black tape across the case. It showed Harold Vance on his last night shift. He stood in the lobby, staring at elevator B. The doors opened. No one came out. Harold stepped inside. He did not press a button. The panel above the doors flickered. 12, then blank, then 13. The camera cut to the hidden hallway. Harold walked slowly toward the service door. Then he stopped. Someone was standing at the end of the corridor. Claire zoomed in. Harold's face changed completely. Not fear, recognition. He whispered a name Claire had seen on every Varrick document. Then the footage ended. The Harold Vance case forced Brackwell to reopen 12 disappearances. Varrick Holdings denied everything. The building manager resigned. 2 former executives left the country before subpoenas were served, and Brackwell Tower was closed for structural inspection. But the hidden floor was real. The security room was real. The tapes were real. So was Harold's map. He had spent his final months writing down what everyone else had missed. Names, times, patterns, a floor erased from every official record. The truth was not hidden in the walls. It was moving up and down the building every night. For years, people stepped into elevator B and disappeared from the world below. Harold Vance could not stop the elevator, but he made sure someone would finally know where it went. This was Docket Stories, where every case file has a story. Subscribe for the next case.